Well, hello, Soul Tribe family. Wow, I'm already out of focus. Spirits are really with me today already. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Show with Lady D. This is a new show that I'll be doing. I won't be doing it daily, meaning every single day, but I'm going to try to do this at least 2 or 3 times a week, depending on my energy level and how busy I am. So, welcome. This is November 17th, 2025. It is Monday. I did a taping earlier today with Laura from Laura's View and Tarot 2. You probably already saw the video. She released it on her channel earlier today. I already watched it. I will be releasing that tomorrow on my channel. I let her release it first and then I release it the day after. Yes, that's how we work, Soul Tribe Familia. All right, I already have a lipstick here. Let me fix this so I don't have like a red blotch because I'm going to keep on taping and I don't want to have red blotches. See? Oh, I think we're good. I think we're good. I didn't want to sit here with like a big red blotch right here. And I don't want to stop taping. I want to keep it natural, folks. We want to keep it natural. So, for this daily show, what I wanted to do is do a little bit of everything. I wanted to do a little Schumann resonance update, give you a daily energetic update. Want to give you some encouragement and inspiration, some scriptures, passages from the Lord, and maybe some words of the day from few of the prophets that I follow, which everyone knows that I mainly follow Julie Green. I don't watch her every day, but I try to catch her as often as possible. And the proof is in the pudding with her. She is been right on target. So much so that there is a Telegram channel that is dedicated and it's called Prophecies Fulfilled, and it's dedicated to releasing and showing all of the different prophecies that Julie Green has spoken about and is prophesied on her Rumble channel, Julie Green Ministries, that have come true. And she also has a website. It's JGM International, and it's also on her website. So I'm going to do a few one prophecy from her that she did today. I'm going to show I taped it. I watched the prophecy. Sometimes I don't watch at all, to tell you the truth. Sometimes if I'm in the mood for some inspiration in scriptures, I'll watch the full show. Sometimes I'll just get to the nitty gritty and just get to the prophecy if I don't have a lot of time, or if I don't want to get all the biblical scriptures and get all that. I'll get right to the prophecy. And I know everyone doesn't get to watch her show or catch it. It's a longer show. She's on for over an hour. So what I did is I taped her prophecy. I made it into an audio video file. So we will listen to that. And also I can review it. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about the energies and what's been going on since 11/11, how many people are feeling lost. They're feeling unfulfilled. Things that they used to give them joy are not bringing them joy anymore. People are really hard on themselves and they need to stop doing that. You need to give yourself a break. What we're going through is very unprecedented. Our bodies are going from carbon-based to crystalline, and we're ascending with the earth. And we're on the front lines where the rest of the world, they have their heads in the sand, and many don't even know what's going on, even though they call themselves religious or Christians or lovers of God or religious or spiritual. So many people have no idea that we're going through an ascension. And they're good people. They're not evil or anything. They just are clueless. So when we do our work, right? When we do our work, it's like the 100 monkey effect. We help everyone else ascend. We help bring up the grid of the world. And everyone's ascension symptoms are not always going to be the same. Yes, we do share a lot of the same ascension symptoms, but this is not a one size fits all. So even though there is comfort of knowing you're not alone, and when you think you're going crazy or you're bipolar and you find out that your friends in the spiritual community are also with having the emotional roller coasters, and 1 minute they're fine, the next minute they're nuts. There is comfort in knowing that you're not alone and you're not going crazy, and it's very normal. However, you can't expect to feel like everyone else. There are going to be certain symptoms that are just for you, certain things that are happening just for you. This isn't a one size fits all. There's going to be certain moods and emotions and upgrades and feelings and spiritual gifts that not everyone has. This is all about personal empowerment. It's all about being authentically you, being unapologetically you, embracing your individuality, loving the fact that there's no one else like you. You are one in a billion, not in a million. You're 1 in 8 billion. There's not another one on this earth like you. So celebrate your individuality. You are precious like a snowflake. Every single one is beautiful and intricate and delicate and special and gorgeous. However, they're all different. God individuated himself, herself. We know that God is not male, but I just referred to God as male because I was brought up Catholic and just it's ingrained in me. So God individuated and fragmented himself to become you. So there's a reason why we're not all the same, because even God wants to evolve and learn and grow. Okay? So just know that you're doing the best that you can. You're kicking ass. This is not easy. We are in between two worlds right now. We are in this very uncomfortable position where we can't go back, nor do we want to look back or go back. However, there's certain things in our lives that we still are not willing to let go of, that we need to let go of. It could be people that we love that are near and dear to us. It could be people, could be places, could be things, could be jobs, could be circumstances, whatever the case may be. We can't completely go forward because it's all about divine timing. So we're in this awkward phase. But we're weaving in and out of 5D now. So you don't have to wait for this big cosmic event, whatever you think it is going to be. You can control your ascension by doing your work. We're not in 3D anymore. We're weaving in 4D in and out of 5D. We're ascending. So that means that you do not limit God by seeing limitations in yourself. With God and yourself, all things are possible. New gifts are coming online, new metaphysical abilities. I'm sure everybody is feeling the upgrades. Aren't you tuned in and aren't you tapped in and turned on? Don't you feel the psychic abilities? Can't you feel your intuition and your connection to the other side come online? Don't you feel more connected to God and Yeshua and your spiritual guides and the divine heaven, the other side, whatever you call it? No, I'm not saying that you should go and jump off any buildings thinking you're going to fly. However, sometime in the future, I'm sure we will be able to fly and teleport and create portals, because we are a portal, especially women. That's why we give birth. We're portals. However, this is, like I keep on saying, it's not business as usual. So don't limit yourself. Embrace the 5DU, because as we say, there is no time. So there is a 5DU already in 5D and beyond. So you want to tap in to that 5DU, because we know there is no time. There's just points of, let's say, points of errors of time in a direct line. Meaning that everything, if you, this is how I describe time, because it's very hard to understand. What do you mean everything's happening all at once? No, it isn't, but it is. And somebody that used to do Akashic records, this is how she described time on the other side. And it's very easy if you think of it this way. I'm a visual person. Think of time and timelines and everything happening at once as you looking down on the universe. Okay, let's just say that this is like a an eagle's eye view, okay? And think of all the individual years, 2001, 2002, 2003, are all individual points in time, but they're all connected in one line. So when you're looking at time from above, from a non-linear, outside of space and time, all time is, and all years are individual points in the same line. That's how you differentiate. It's just to differentiate one point to another, but it's all happening at the same time. So if you think you can zoom out and you look at 1980 and you can see 1981, 1982, 1983, and you can see them as like little worlds, right? And you see them, oh, they're all happening at the same time, but you're not focused in 1980, 1981, 1982, 1983. Now, if you want, you can zoom in and zoom into 1980, or zoom back out and then move to 1981 and see it from afar and then zoom in. But it's all happening at the same time. It's just that each year is a different coordinate in space and time, if that makes sense. When you look at it and you see it from that point of view, I think it's easier to get what time really is. So if that's the case, which we know it is through quantum physics and through spirituality and metaphysics, then everything's happening all at once. So the 5D you that's ascended, you have access to that person by just acting like that person. How would you act if you were the person that you wanted to be? What would you say? What would you do? How would you carry yourself when you tune in to those characteristics of the person you want to be? You become that person. You slide into that timeline. You slide into that aspect of yourself. And that's how you collapse the timeline. That's how it's done, folks. It's kind of your linear human brain. It can kind of conceive it a little bit, but it still kind of blows your mind, does it not? We've been so lied to. All right, folks. So let's do a little scripture. And one time, a few weeks ago, in the middle of the night, I was woken up. And God wakes me up all the time. I never sleep. One of the things about this ascension is that everyone's waking up in the middle of the night, or they can't get to sleep, or they can fall asleep quickly and easily, like me, for instance, but you can't stay asleep. You wake up 2, 3, 4, 5. It's usually between 2 and 4 is when people wake up. And if that's the case, that is you're getting upgrades, or you're traveling and you came back and because coming back into your body was such a, let's say, was hard on you, you woke up. Okay. Or God and Yeshua want to talk to you. So say your prayers and then take out a notebook or take out your phone and record. That's what I do a lot of the times, because I know when I get downloads from my higher self, and, I don't channel, I don't do that. I have a direct connection to God and Yahshua through my higher self. I'm an open conduit, but everyone is. They just have to practice it. It's just like going to the gym and you have muscles. You work out your muscles and they get stronger and stronger. So pray and then listen, right? You have to, when you talk to God, it can't just be a one-way conversation. You can't just go blah, 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 blah. God, praise, bless this one, blah, blah, blah. I want this, and watch over this one and heal this one and ask for guidance and then never shut up, right? It has to be a two-way conversation. What kind of a relationship would you have with somebody if you did all the talking and never shut up or paused to let the other person talk and answer you? So after you pray, you have to be still and quiet and meditate. And then whatever comes to you, don't judge it. Just let it come. Don't question it. Don't judge it. Just let it flow. Say it, speak it into your phone, record it. That's what I do. I put it into my phone and I record it. Because when I try to write it down, what happens is that the downloads I'm getting from my higher self, that's coming from God and Yeshua, what happens is that the downloads come too fast, and I'm not used to writing. We're used to typing. So my hand gets tired and I start to cramp up, and my hand, I can't keep up. It's like I can't keep up. My writing can't keep up with what my mouth is saying. My mouth and my mind and my hand can't keep up with what's coming down, what's coming out, so to speak. So it's just easier to speak into a phone. And then, as you know, the phone can transcribe it. It can create an audio video file. It can do everything for you now. So it's a lot easier than the slow, archaic writing things out. Even though writing things out is great, a lot of people still do that. But for me, it's like I can't write fast enough. It's like everything is coming out so quickly. I can't keep up with the physical writing. That's why I record it. I do an audio recorder. Anyway, what happened was, in the middle of the night, God woke me up, and I said a prayer, and then I said, God, what is it that you want me to know? And so God wanted me to know that all of everything that I need and everything that we need comes from him. So I'm going to read this, and I'm going to read this aloud. And guys, this is the most pure Bible, the Ethiopian Bible. Okay. It has a lot of the hidden books and the books that weren't canonized, meaning they were left out of the regular Bible, the canonized Bible, because they were too powerful, and the powers that be did not want you to know your power. God forbid that. All right, this is Songs of Ascent. God wanted me to know this, okay? Because I had been praying to him. I needed assistance in many areas in my life. I will lift my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from Yahweh, who made heaven and earth. He will not allow your foot to be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is your keeper. Yahweh is your shade on your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh will keep you from all evil. He will keep your soul. Yahweh will keep your going out and your coming in from this time forward and forevermore. Okay? Ethiopian Bible. Now, what does that mean? It means that God is the source of your infinite and everlasting supply. If you need something, call on God. Now, there are many people that think that they have to get down on their knees and beseech God and pray and say, please, please, please. But no, you don't. If you need it, if you want it, it's yours. All right. There's a passage in the Bible that says, ask and it is given. I'm going to bring it up. Let's bring it up right now. This is, I'm like the naughty preacher. I'm not a goody by any means. I'll swear and tell people off, but I'll also preach God, and I love God in the Bible, and not the Bible. I love God in Yeshua, and I call myself the naughty preacher because I am not a goody or a saint like Julie Green and any of them that are preachers and are, let's say, have their own ministries. But I love God in Yeshua, and I quote the Bible and teach the Bible as much as I can. Let me see. Ask. Yeah, which one is that? Here we go. I had everything I had everything all ready, and then I get a download on air here. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, it's Matthew 7:7. I just did Bible Gateway. Okay, Matthew 7:7. Ask and it is given. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Okay, there you go. What does that mean basically? It basically it means that if you want it, it's yours. If you ask, it's given to you. If you're looking for it, you will find it. And God's not a respecter of persons, meaning that he loves everyone. He's not going to grant somebody's request and answer somebody's prayers are not yours. He loves everyone the same. He doesn't have favorites. And whether or not you believe the Bible is real or allegory, we know that there was a Council of Nicaea back in the 16th century with Pope Constantine, that they picked and choose what would be taken in, what would be taken out of the Bible and would be put in the Bible. Hence, this is the original Bible way before Constantine. It has all the books that were taken out of the Bible, because Constantine and the powers that be don't want us to know our true power, don't want us to know the truth, because they want to control us. And how did they do that? By keeping us from the truth and lying to us. And so we know that the Bible is doctored. All right. And there's many things that have been taken out. However, they're in this book. So get the Ethiopian Bible. All the books that weren't canonized, meaning the unedited version of the Bible, is the Ethiopian Bible. You can get it on Amazon. However, getting back to the point is that, folks, it is given to you. Anything that you want, as long as that you're not asking to hurt somebody or trying to take something from somebody, or if you're wishing any ill will, if you want something, it is done. Ask it. Thank God in advance for it. Envision it. Say, it is mine. Say, I am. Whatever it is that you do to affirm something, act as if, and it's done. Quantum physics says if you focus on something, if you vibrate on that constant state of potentiality, it will be given unto you. Everyone's saying the same thing, whether you're a Bible thumper and religious, whether you're a quantum physicist, whether you're a spiritual, metaphysical, it's all the same thing. We have the power within us, the power of God. We don't have to beg God for something that we want. We thank God, we thank the universe by affirming it, declaring it, acting as if, writing it down, making believe, focusing on it, scripting, thinking about it before you go to bed. Whatever you're doing to manifest it, to bring it in, to focus on it, to speak it, sing it, whatever you're doing, what you focus on comes to you, expands. That's how you manifest. That's how you create. You create with the power of God within you. It's in the Bible. It's everywhere, folks. We're all saying the same thing. That's how it's done. Now, since we are on the front lines, however, all right, and since we're in a spiritual war, it is good to do our protection prayer. So let's do Psalm 91 together, because you'd be a very dumb soldier to go out into war without having your armor of God, not having your armor and not having your weapons, which is you have power, and your voice and the word is very powerful. And these prayers, and I'm not a religious person, I'm spiritual, not religious. However, these prayers have power, and they've kept a lot of people safe. Okay, so here we go. Psalm 91. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will deliver you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and your rampart. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread upon the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because he loves me. Oops, what happened? Oh no. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I did the wrong thing. Okay, we're at the end. Sorry about that, folks. We're at the end. Here we go. Because he loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life, I will satisfy him and give him my salvation. I keep on pressing the wrong thing. So I'm not going to go back. You get the gist, folks. You get the gist. I'm not going to go back, folks. I'm trying to make it as live as possible, even though this is taped. I want to keep the flow. I don't want to have to keep on pausing it and replaying it. I want to keep the flow going. You know what I mean? We want to keep the flow going. Wow. I kept on pressing the wrong things there. All right. Anyways, folks. So let's get to the Schumann resonance with our today. We're going to do a daily Schumann resonance with report with our my soul sister who I love is Consciously Erin, and we're not going to play the whole video, but we're going to play a little bit of it, and so we can get a little glimpse as to what we can expect and what's going on with the Schumann resonance.
Hey friends, it's me, Erin, your friendly neighborhood energy alchemist with today's Schumann Resonance Report for Monday, November the 17th. All right, you guys, here is our graph, and there's a couple of different things on here that I really want to point out to specifically. The first one is this very strange line of energy we had come in yesterday. It started at about 8 a.m. Central Time and lasted until about 10 p.m. Central Time, so pretty much the whole day. This line right here. We have this line of new energy right in the middle of all of this integration energy. And this by itself is extremely unusual. Not that we don't get energy down here, but friends, usually it's part of the bigger picture. This is heart-centered energy. That was very purposeful yesterday. There is very much yesterday. I was super in my feels, but not necessarily in a bad way. I was seeing a lot of joy in the world and having a lot of fun and smiling and laughing and feeling very heart-centered yesterday. This energy is heart energy, and it came through yesterday and it was here all day long. So depending on where you are and what you're working on, it might affect you differently. If you're working on release in the heart, it may have been pushed on a little bit extra yesterday. If you're in a good place there, you may have been getting a nice big push of new energetic refill. But this also came in at the same time that we have all this integration energy coming in. Still, my body was super tired yesterday. I was laughing and having a good time hanging out with friends and watching the game and just sort of doing nothing. But my body was tired. Like I didn't want to get up and go anywhere. I was happy doing that in my pajamas on the couch with my friends. You know what I'm saying? Our bodies are getting a lot of energy and it's being asked to make a lot of energetic and cellular changes. And sometimes this can make you feel physically tired or depleted. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just your body trying to get you to listen. Just listen. The other thing I want to point out is that our integration has gotten really strong here recently, okay? Especially in the last, say, 6 hours. This integration has gotten really intense. It's starting to include new energy with it. This is like going from, a water faucet to a garden hose. Like, okay, we're going to integrate this energy now. This type of integration tends to affect me a little bit differently. I tend to have more physical energy with this than I do with this type of integration, mainly because it's starting to incorporate some of that white energy, some of that new energy. This started at about 5 a.m. Central Time, which is when I snapped wide awake this morning.
All right. I didn't want to play the full video, but a lot has been happening with the Schumann resonance, obviously. So just like what Erin just said, if you feel tired, lay down. So many of my clients, they beat themselves up, and I do the same. We beat ourselves up because we feel bad if we get tired and we want to lay down during the day, feeling, I should be able to accomplish more. Hello. Hi. Knock, knock. Guess what? You're ascending. Our bodies are going through magnificent, monumental cellular and structural changes. So be easy on yourself. It doesn't matter if the dishes don't get done. They'll still be there when you get up. Take a nap, lay down. It doesn't matter if the laundry is in the dryer. Okay, fluff it up if it gets wrinkled. You can fold them later. They're not going to go anywhere. Take it easy. Drink more water. You might have also feelings of all of a sudden crying for no reason, releasing emotions. You might be emotional for no reason. A lot of my clients have said, I'm crying for no reason. It's not like I'm upset, and it's not like I'm thinking about anything that's sad, but things are just coming up. You could be releasing old timelines of past lives. You could be picking up things that are in the auric field, or picking up empathically just the general malaise of the world. You're an empath. If you're watching this, you're intuitive, you're open. So you're picking up all the energies of the earth and the people around you in your community. So you could be crying for the person next door. You don't know. The bottom line is that you need to honor yourself. Your body is going to tell you what to do. People think that we can think our way and reason our way through this ascension, and that's not the case. Our bodies are ascending, so we have to listen to our bodies. So if you get tired, honor it. Don't push yourself. Also, it could be that you're starting to get a little vertigo, or you feel a lot of times that if you're getting downloads, you'll get this pressure or this heat right in your third eye, right in your forehead, or you could get a headache, or you could feel a little lightheaded or dizzy, or you could have stomach issues. If you're purging a lot, you could purge going to the bathroom a lot, or going to the loo if you're across the pond, as they say. There's just so many, the ears ringing. There's so many different ascension symptoms. Here's one that happens to me a lot. You'll be talking, or you'll just be sitting there, and all of a sudden the frequency will change and the pitch will go from higher or lower. And all of a sudden one ear will close and the other one will open. It's like all of a sudden your frequency will change, and it'll go from higher to lower. It'll go from ee to ooh, or ooh, ee. All of a sudden there'll be a pitch or a frequency change, and you're changing vibrations, or you're leveling up in vibration. So the way that you will hear it, all of a sudden you'll hear it as a different pitch, a frequency in your ear. That will happen. There's so many different things that are happening to us. The bottom line is that give yourself a break. You're doing phenomenal. You're doing great. I'm clapping for you. Clap for yourself. Be easy on yourself. You're doing great. And don't give in and don't give up, because, folks, we're almost there. I know there's so many things that we're still waiting on, like the money, but the bottom line is that we can see the finish line. All right. Just because the race has been extended and delayed a little bit, you're not going to sit there and you're not going to just sit down and give up when you can see the finish line, or you're not going to turn around and run the other way. No, that would be dumb. You've come this far. We've come all this way. You've come a long way, baby. Don't give up now. We're almost there. The finish line is in sight. All right, let's get some word of the day by Julie Green. And I only share the really, really epic words of the day. And I think after hearing what Julie had to say, well, I should say, after hearing what our Lord God, our Creator, said to Julie for the word of the day today, you will feel very inspired and encouraged, and you will not give up. So here we go.
Follow the money and find the truth. Money trails have been found in unprecedented ways. Your enemies' honey holes are being drained more and more. Your enemies are petrified for the first time seen. They may not have enough finances to keep their system going and all of their plans in place to take out the United States. Wall Street fat cats will soon be behind bars. Wall Street secrets are coming, and when they do, it will drain the swamp the rest of the way. My children, I have told you your enemy stole a city to steal a nation. There is more they stole besides the mayoral race in New York City. Soon this will explode all over the internet, what your enemies have done and continue to do in Manhattan. This city is their main hub to keep the reset going. Many think it's just Washington, D.C., but the financial part of the establishment system runs out of New York City, and especially downtown Manhattan. They are convinced by winning this race they can keep President Trump from taking and tearing apart what the deep state holds dear in Manhattan. But that is the exact opposite of what is taking place. What they hold dear will be ripped from them, and the heart of their financial system in New York City is being ripped apart. Once this is torn apart, your enemies will have nothing left to fight back with. They will try to overrun New York City. They will try everything they can to secure their financial system, but the more they do, the more your enemies will lose. Wall Street and the big banks have made big mistakes. And soon those mistakes and those ledgers, those black books, their planned collapse will fall apart in front of them. Something will happen to the bronze bull in front of Wall Street. And when you see that, you will know their end is near. I will say this again, the Statue of Liberty will come down. All your enemies' monuments will not stay erected in those places. All their symbols in Washington, D.C. will be destroyed. And everything your enemies had made to symbolize this country was theirs will be annihilated and completely decimated. My United States, you will soon shake. There will be an earthquake over an 8. That will show you my words are true. Do not fear, I told you this nation would physically shake, politically shake, and spiritually shake. All these things will take place, and you will see your enemies fall on their face, and you will see your nation be set free. Keep your eyes on the largest city in this nation. New York City, you will see that it will look like there is no hope. Then, an unprecedented chain of events will take place to free that city, and your financial system, and your entire nation. Banks will collapse. Gold and silver will rise to new levels never seen before. The IRS will be abolished. The Treasury Department will be cleaned out. The Federal Reserve will be ripped to shreds like it never existed. And the UN will be evicted and ran out of this country. As you see these things, remember, this is nothing to fear, because I am here. I am your victory, I'm your avenger, I am your protector, I am your deliverer, and I am delivering you from every enemy, says the Lord of hosts. Now again, God.
Okay, obviously that there were some typos in there. There was some grammatical and typos in there. There was one instance where she was talking about banks, not thanks, but that's what happens. I record it when I have it on I have the Rumble out on my television, and I just recorded it from my phone, and it created the audio file, and then it creates the audio video file. So there's typos and grammatical errors. That's just the way it is. So, but you got the gist of it. Okay. Things are happening. The bank collapse is imminent. Okay. Things are happening. Now, I'm going to do a little reading as to what we can expect. Actually, I'm not going to do reading on what we can expect. I'm going to do any messages that God and Yeshua want for you to know today. All right. Especially in terms of the Schumann resonance and your personal ascension. So this is just a reading as to what God and Yeshua want you to know in terms of the 1111 portal, the energies today, and the Schumann resonance, and where you are in your ascension. All right. And then we're going to do another video from Melissa Redpill that's going to make you feel good. And it's going to give you a lot of inspiration and encouragement, because I know a lot of us are starting to get in that little, is it ever going to happen? It's hard being patient. We're starting to get a little apathetic. We know it's coming, but every time someone says, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and we know it's not an event, it's not a date-based war, it's an event-based war. And we want to be patient, but, you know, the bill collectors, they're not patient. The landlords and the banks that want their rent and their mortgage payments, they're not patient. So it would be great if we could get some relief, and I think that would be get us a lot more patient, but things are coming. Anyways, here we go. Holy God, in the name of Yeshua, anyone that's watching this video, what advice, what would you like them to know, Holy Spirit of God and Yeshua, for the energies of the upcoming week? What say you, Almighty God and Yeshua the Christ? Oh, okay. So we got the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and we got the Seven of Swords, all swords. So the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords are all about seeing things from a bird's eye view, seeing things from a divine perspective. So it's all about taking yourself out of the situation. Pretend that the circumstances in your life, and when you're dealing with the people in your life, pretend that you're not personally involved with them. Try to act as if you're a manager, and you have to be diplomatic. Take your emotions and the emotional personal feelings out of it, and you have to do what's best for you. You need to establish boundaries and be clear communicators. And the way to do that is when you see things from a bird's eye view, it kind of takes your personal feelings out of it, and you can see it in more of a divine perspective. The king and queen, all right, this is the perfect couple. They see things, and they're visionaries. They see things more diplomatically than with their emotions and personally. They establish clear boundaries. No is a full sentence, is a complete sentence. They don't answer to anyone. They don't have to explain themselves. They are very, very assertive. They speak out loving and kind. They show people how to treat them. They are not doormats. So God and Yeshua do not want you to be doormats. As I said earlier, it's all about taking care of yourself, listening to your body. If you're tired and you don't want to go out, say no. No is a complete sentence. If you're not feeling well and you made an obligation that you told your daughter that you were going to bake cookies for the school bake sale and you can't, say, sorry, honey, I can't do it. You're going to have to make them yourself. If you made an obligation to go to dinner with someone, to go to the movies with someone, and you're just not up for it, or you're emotionally drained, or you don't feel well, no is a complete sentence. I'm not up for it. Sorry, I can't make it. It's all about honoring yourself, being sovereign, having clear boundaries, learning to say no, and having clear communications. If somebody is being a Debbie Downer and they're bringing down your energy and they keep on bringing up the same sad story, tell them, listen, I don't want to hear it anymore. Let's talk about what you want instead of what you don't want. Or hang up the phone, say you got to go, walk out. Tell people that you can only listen to them, or you can only talk to them for a certain amount of time, and then you have to hang up the phone. Or instead of spending all day with somebody because you know they're going to sit there and complain and put you in a bad mood, or they're going to talk about themselves and endlessly, and they're very narcissistic, tell them that you can only meet them for lunch or have a coffee with them because you're busy. This is all about honoring you, honoring your time, honoring your energy. What is it that you want? What's best for you? Putting yourself first, detaching yourself from people that are energy vampires, that are drainers, that suck the life out of you. because the Seven of Swords is all about being the thief, people that steal things from you. And what I'm getting is that there are people that are around us, and they're not bad people. They could be our friends, our families, our mates, our children, our mothers, our fathers, our uncles, the people we work with, our friends. And what's happening is that they're sucking the life out of us. They're draining our energy from us. They're stealing our peace. They're stealing our joy. They're stealing our rest. They're coming in between us and what's best for us. And so we have to learn to communicate and be assertive and tell them when we need our space and our time, and tell them when we need to back out of an obligation, and tell them, no, it's not going to work for us. Because even though they're unknowingly stealing our peace, unknowingly being energy vampires, and unknowingly sucking the life out of us and stealing our energy and our peace, they are. Just because somebody doesn't have horns doesn't mean that they're necessarily good for you. Just because you've known someone for a long time, or they're your mate or your child or your friend or your mother, doesn't mean that you have to do everything that they request of you. Doesn't mean that they get to suck the life out of you. Doesn't mean that they constantly take your time and your energy and they drain you. You're suffering a loss. They're stealing from you. And it doesn't necessarily mean they're stealing your money. They could be, but this is all about stealing your energy, your peace of mind, your joy, your peace, your space, your energy. You need to guard it with your life, okay? So it's all about, now everyone knows that I call the Queen of Swords the Lady D card because she tells it like it is. She's abrupt. She just says it like it is. She doesn't care about personal feelings, and that's how I can be at times. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be rude and crude, but sometimes you do have to not give a shit about what people think and what people say. You have to put yourself first. And sometimes, no matter how nice you are, people are going to get pissed off and upset no matter what. So it's not your job to worry about personal feelings. It's about being the diplomatic manager and just telling it like it is, being assertive, being kind and gentle, but telling it like it is. And then if people don't like it, or if they give you gruff, then you can turn on your inner lady D and tell them to go take a shit for themselves. And you don't give a fuck, because you have to do what's best for you and not get your energy zapped from you. Okay. All right, folks. So that is your personal message from God and Yeshua for today and for the rest of the week. I'll do more readings towards the middle of the week. I'll probably do another video, but to give you some encouragement and inspiration for the rest of the day, I'm going to end this video with Melissa Redpill. I watch her I follow her on X. She's on Instagram and she's on YouTube. She's a truther. She has a lot of good intel. And this video is going to make you feel really, really good. And it's going to pep you up. And it's going to encourage you and inspire you. And I'm actually going to play the full video this time. So here.
I found something so cool and I wanted to share it with you. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Melissa Redpill. I found something so cool and I wanted to share it with you. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Melissa Redpill. We look at how these events are biblical. And you might not be aware of this, but in the book of Revelation, it talks about these heavenly wonders. Especially there's one at the end of the Battle of Armageddon where we toss out these satanic criminal cabal minions out on their can. So I'm going to show you this verse, and then I'm going to show you what's happening in the heavens. Super, super cool. So here's the first thing. In Revelation chapter 19, it says, and this is the chapter it's talking about the end of the Battle of Armageddon, okay? I saw an angel standing in the sun, shouting to the vultures flying high in the sky, come gather together for the great banquet God has prepared. Come and gather to eat the flesh of kings, generals, and strong warriors, of horses and their riders, of all humanity, both free and slave, small and great. Everybody who's been involved in this whole criminal cabal, come and let's destroy them. Okay. And it says, though, there's an angel standing in the sun. Well, an angel, another word for an angel is a messenger. And these
there are messenger stars. They are called wandering stars. There are 5 of them: Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, Mars, and Saturn. And so I was like, okay, is there something really cool going on, by the end of the year? Okay, so then I looked at this. You remember Ed Martin came on to Bannon's show, and he said this.
There's a million steps, but I would say on the big picture, J6, look, you're seeing the J6 stuff breaking. I can't talk about a lot of it, but you're seeing that stuff breaking. That's because it's a regular, it's like a drip where we're making regular progress. Now, don't get.
Okay, there you go. So he's talking about things are happening. Earlier in the interview, he talked about how things are going very, very quickly. And then Kash Patel on this video, listen at the end, he says that these things will be happening by the end of the year, by like the end of December. Okay, so check this out.
These indictments that you've seen and the ones that you're going to see coming up here in this near future are just the beginning. But I have to remind the audience one thing. Everybody's like, it's 7 months. What have you guys been doing? Yeah. Well, they spent 20 years building this disease temple of corruption. It takes a little bit of time to defeat it and beat it down. And I'm not asking you to trust me. I'm asking you to look at the work the men and women of the FBI have done so far in these 7-8 months and just imagine what we're going to do come the year end. These come
the year end. Okay, so let me just show you what's happening in the sign in the heavens. Okay, so Venus is going to try to catch up with, okay, here we are on October 25th. If you fast forward, Venus in the red marks is trying to catch up with the sun. And so you just keep going day by day by day, and then it starts to catch up. And as we get into December, you start to see that it gets really, really, really close. And so at the end of December, on the 25th, Venus is standing in the sun. And the reason I think this is super cool is, did our ancestors know about the 25th? Did they know about December 25th being a very special day? Of course, that is also dark to light. It's the darkest day of the year and dark to light. But did they know that that was the day of our deliverance? Is that why we've always been like looking forward to Christmas, anticipating Christmas? I just wonder if there's something really big going to happen by Christmas of this year. I just think that maybe it is. If you haven't checked out my site, go to melissaredpill.com and you can check out this video right here. If you've been scared about end times, don't be, because it's the end times for them and 1,000 years of peace for us. And I have videos about this. I have books about it. It's really good news for us. Don't worry about it. It's going to be great. So bookmark this, like it, share it, follow us on Melissa Red.
Okay, folks, so that's Melissa Redpill. And I apologize. I had the wrong tickler, the wrong message. I had Saturday night's current events and viral news banner tickler at the bottom. And so I had to change it in the middle of the show. We were watching another video earlier and I realized, I'm like, oh shit, I have the wrong banner. I have the wrong tickler scrolling underneath me. It was from Saturday night. So I changed it to the Daily Show. So folks, let me know in the comment section. Do you think this is going to be the best Christmas? This is going to be the best Christmas ever, and everything's going to roll up by the end of the year? I think so. Let me know in the comment section. All right, my Soul Tribe family, I love you very much. Keep the faith, keep going. Say your prayers, do your Psalm 91s, your Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, because you were on the front lines and you never want to go out in battle without your armor, without your protection, without your gear, and without your weapon. And your protection is your armor of God. Your weapons are your words, your protection. So ask God, ask Yeshua HaMashiach, Archangel Michael, the angels to protect you. And there's words, there's power in those prayers. I love you, Soul Tribe family. I'll see you soon. And like I said, Laura already released our nicely spicy episode 4 on her channel. And I will be putting out the video of my show that I recorded with Laura tomorrow. And I'll be putting this out tonight. I love you, Soul Tribe family. Let me know what you think, if this is going to be the best Christmas ever, the most epic Christmas yet, in the comment section. All of the information to get in touch with me will be underneath in the description of this video. I love you. God bless you. Bye.